Don't just looking at your overall roster with the new players, the freshmen, the transfers, are they all on campus? And if not, when will they be here?
Everyone's on campus. Everyone's been in workouts for the past month, and I'm encouraged by what we see every day. There's improvement from everyone, so we're in a good place.
Coach, I guess take me back a couple months. What was the interaction or conversation with Bianca like in her, deciding to come back? She already kind of pledged to West Virginia, and then she said, no, I want to finish here at South Carolina. What was that process like?
Y'all think only flipping happens in football. No, I mean, it happened really quickly. I was at Bianca's graduation, and she came back to the tunnel where we were in CLA, and I just asked her. I said, "Hey, congratulations! I did all of that." And I was like, "You ready? You ready to go to West Virginia?" And basically, she said, "No." So I'm like, "Okay, well, let me see." I'm feeling kind of sentimental, because I was really proud of her to graduate, to go to, to come from New York. Everybody said this or that and the other about Bianca, and she wasn't going to do this, she wasn't going to, and she's a graduate. She's a graduate at the University of South Carolina. So after that weekend, I reached out to her, asked her to give me a call. She was actually working out. She said she would call me after the workout, and then, and I just asked her how, if she, if there was an opportunity for her to come back, would she want to come back? And then from there, she just, I think she was kind of caught off, by surprise. And I just told her to think about it. And she came in on Monday to talk, and we just talked about, making good decisions and being responsible. And if she's able to do that, then I think it's, a place in which she knows, and she can continue to grow and get better, in certain areas in her life that, for us that, we've butt heads on in those areas.
Don, what's the situation with Alexis? Will she be on the team next year?
Yes, Alexis is practicing. She's doing well, and she's fully committed.
We talked for so long about Asia going to the WNBA. Now that she's there and she's having this great rookie season, what's it been like for you to watch it? And has she exceeded your expectations at all?
I'm extremely proud. I think I'm not surprised just because, she gets a lot of one-on-one action. There's not a whole lot of packing it in and forcing her to pass the ball out. What I am surprised is she picked it up fairly quickly. And, obviously I talk to Asia or text with her a lot. And I ask her what she's learned. Every time that, I text her, what did you learn? What did you learn? What did you learn? And she, she just says different things. And when she says that, I see the next game she's made adjustments. And it's been incredible to see her do those things. I wish she rebounds the ball a little bit more, though. She can't do it all, but that's my thing.
Coach, just following up with Bianca, reading kind of her story on Gamecocks Online, how y'all have kind of worked through your relationship over the years. How would you describe how it's developed after kind of seeing what she said about your relationship over time?
I love Bianca. There's no doubt about it. She is, someone that is easy to love. And I knew when I recruited her, because I get the pick of the litter for our point guards. I say I want this person, and then everybody goes in and we full court press, that particular point guard. But I also knew what to expect. I just thought just being here, she would pick it up a lot quicker. But the very thing that I have strife with Bianca it's the very thing that is the reason why she is the way she is, and the player that she is, the person that she is. I just have to, try to get her to recognize, to just communicate a lot more, because a lot of the issues that have come up occur because she just did it and not communicated with anybody. So we are working on that part of it. Our conversations are incredibly humorous, nowadays, because she's talking a lot more. And I knew it from the beginning, but you can't make someone talk until they're ready to take that next step, and she's taking that next step.
Coach, when you think about what the backcourt looked like last year, to now you're returning Bianca, you get Taya in the lineup, and you have it paired with the players that you had at the positions last year, what does that make you think about when you plan ahead towards lineups, position, playing time, and just what you're going to be able to do to teams in this upcoming season?
With the guards that we have a lot of options. We can go, traditional with 3 guards, 2 post players. We can go small with 4 guards. I'm just excited because all of them are a lot different than each other. They're highly competitive, and they've improved. The players that, if you look at last season, it was a blessing in disguise because, players got, a lot of experience that they would not have gotten, so it puts us ahead of the game this year. So just excited, and don't forget about Nellie Perry, from Clemson. She will be a great addition to our team.
Dawn, what's your schedule like with Team USA? When do you leave, and who will, I guess, run the team in your absence?
We get together September 2nd, and we're together until October the 2nd. Coach Boyer will go with the USA team, so Coach Mill and Coach Law, will hold down the fort.
I don't think we've gotten the chance to get your thoughts on all the 3 freshmen coming in. So can you just go one by one and kind of say what you've seen from them so far?
Alyssa Westlick, she comes to us by way of Western Kentucky, and she's our lone in-state player. Great, great character player. She can shoot the ball. She makes really good decisions out there on the floor. She's just young. But I like them young and fearless, and she's definitely that. Victoria Saxton. Victoria is a perfectionist. She wants to get everything right. She really understands basketball and has a really, really great basketball IQ, can rebound the ball. Her arms are really long. She rebounds the ball with the best of them. From an offensive standpoint, she can drive to the basket. Her mid-range shot is pretty good. She's got to get a little more consistent with that, but she's not afraid. This is a fearless freshman group that wants to come in and play right away. Destiny Henderson, probably out of the 3 of them, she's college ready. She is doing things that just naturally, it's really promising. She can pass the ball. She can get to the rim. She communicates like she's been around the block, and that's really, really encouraging, especially from a young player that's going to play the point guard position for us.
Dawn, with everything that went on off the court last year, the White House and the injuries and the lawsuit and everything, how refreshing is it to just be able to concentrate on hoops right now and be able to carry that into this new season?
It's great. All of those distractions, really weren't distractions for me. Once we addressed them, we moved on. And, it's all about our team and putting our team and our program in the best possible position to be successful. And we're going to leave those distractions where they are. But it's a good place to be. It's good to have all of our players on campus. We get a chance to work with them 4 hours a week versus 2 hours a week. So that's been really refreshing to get everybody on the same page.
Coach, I guess I'm curious. Are you more excited for Taya, for her to actually play now? Just talk about like seeing her progress. You know, sitting out for so long, and now she's finally able to get back on the court and really work with you guys, have a chance to contribute this year.
I'm excited for her. You know, anytime a young person has to, sit out for, reasons beyond their control, beyond our control. It's heartbreaking, but now that, the handcuffs are off of her, she see the season, right ahead of her. She's approaching it in a way that, she's in mid-season form, just from a strength and conditioning standpoint. She's ready to rock and roll. We started today, she would be the only one that could play a 29-game schedule and not feel it.
Coach, you mentioned Asia's success that she's having so far, but right now you can turn on any game, it feels like, in the league, and you're going to find a Gamecock playing there. How enjoyable is that for you to see so many of your players now having success at the next level and seeing that representation in the WNBA?
Well, I'm extremely proud. That's what we try to do here. Those players all had a dream of playing at the next level, and fortunately for them, they're talented. They're extremely talented. I know that the things that they're doing out there is a direct product of some of the things that we've done here, and we're not going to take credit for all of it, but certainly we had a hand in them being disciplined. We had a hand in them, understanding basketball. We had a hand in them, being patient and waiting their turn for some of them. And, I know Elena's not getting a whole lot of minutes at this time, but she's going to be a great pro. I think when you take that next step, it plays on you mentally. So I know she's prepared. She may not like, what's happening, but she's prepared to handle that and learn, because every day is a learning experience when you get to that next level.
Coach, you briefly touched on it, but with so many new pieces now coming back into the fold, or players who were injured last year healthy again, and not having Asia, how important is this next month or so, especially with your USA obligation, to kind of instill that philosophy and how you want the team to kind of look when the season comes around?
We're, thankfully for the rule change, which allows us, out of the 8 hours we get a week, we can split them and go 4 hours on the court and 4 hours with our strength and conditioning coach, and it has been really helpful, extremely helpful. We've been practicing. I don't want it to seem like practice in June, because it's exhausting. It really is exhausting to go, as long as we went, and then to get back into the swing of things in June, July, August. So we're doing a lot of skill development, just getting our players used to concepts. So it's not practice. Although sometimes it does get a little intense in there. We don't want it to seem like that. So I enjoy getting on the court with our players. They enjoy getting in the gym and working. So we'll look a little different, but hopefully we'll have the same results.
I know it was disappointing to not get to the Final Four last year, but the 2 Final Four games and the championship were really just superb basketball games. What do you think those games did for the women's game? Because there was a lot of attention surrounding them.
Tremendous basketball. I think everybody saw, what women's basketball is made of. You had 4 quality teams fighting it out for a national championship, and, it was just like any other year. It was earned, and it was earned in the most exciting way.
Don, a couple questions on the schedule. The Baylor game, is that part of Big 12 SEC?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And besides Maryland, Purdue, UConn, are you at liberty to share any other non-conference games?
No, I don't think we got all the, it's paperwork, It might be us, too. It might be us not signing what we need to sign, but I'm going to blame it on our opponents. They haven't signed their paperwork, so we can't announce.
You touched on this earlier, but Nellie Perry coming from Clemson, I guess that's not a typical transition for a player going in, in-state rival. So I guess what's her transition been like?
It's been great. Nellie had a shoulder surgery last season, so she didn't play or practice. She just got cleared probably this week. So she's full go. She's handling it well. She's a quality young lady. Quality. I wish I had her for 4 years because, I think she's a great addition to our team, both on and off the court. On the court, she's aggressive. She is attacking the basket. She's talking. She's giving us a seasoned, experienced player out there that when you lose someone like Asia, you want it in some other way to gain some experience in the locker room.
Don't off topic here, but women's sports in general, this past athletic year had a tremendous amount of success. One, how proud are you to be part of that? And two, what is it that USC does that makes women's sports have the chance to be so successful?
When women's teams have success, it really does come from the top. From our president to our athletics director, they put us in a position to be successful. Obviously we pull from a budget standpoint, but hopefully winning helps ease that pain a little bit. But Shelly, Boo, Beverly, we've all tried to mirror each other in being successful and utilizing the resources that we have to become successful. So we're very much supportive of all of our programs, and we're happy that we're able to do our part in being successful.
Coach, can you touch a bit on your front court players? I know there's a big void with Asia gone, but I guess how are you trying to let them focus, and not try to, there's no pressure there, just be who you are. You see you're working on a lot of schoolwork as well. Just talk about their development and how important their offseason is right now.
All of our we have a lot of post players. Kiki's looking great. She is, she's blending, which is a good thing. She's not making the team, pull her weight, like she usually does. I think her conditioning is a lot better. I think she does see, a lot more playing time in her future. So she has to continue to connect the days because she's at a great place. Obviously, Alexis, is the one that comes back with the most experience, and she's doing Alexis things. She's rebounding the ball. She's I don't think we have anybody that really can defend her this summer. Obviously we got to get some of our practice guys in here to challenge her a little bit, but just her brute strength is, is hard for any of our young post players to guard at this point. But we're working Alexis to make sure that she can counter her low post presence with, being able to hit a mid-range jump shot and out to three. Touched on Alyssa. We got LaDeja. LaDeja looks much better. I know you guys didn't see a whole lot of her last season, but she's been working in the off season. She's been, she's always been skillful. It's just getting up the speed to play at this level day in, day out. And reps will definitely help her improve, and she's already improving. I'm missing someone else? Victoria. That's it, right? Yeah. Huh? Oh, Lily, she's probably going to play more perimeter. And that's just another big guard that we have and will utilize in the way that we did last year. She has a lot of experience under her belt. I think she finally started to get at the end of the season where she needed to be and where she can make an impact. So we'll continue with her improvement.
Donna, do you think you're done with the roster now, or is there a chance to maybe add a player or two toward the end of the year or toward the end of the summer?
We're always looking to add. Always. That never stops. So, I do think we got a couple of irons in the fire. So if they materialize, we'll add one other person to the roster.
And is there like a drop dead date that they have to be here to play, or is it just any time before the season?
Any time before the fall. So when we start in August 23rd, 2 days after Beyonce concert.
Coach, you mentioned some of the USA responsibilities. How have that side of things gone, just from your perspective, the trip to Seattle? Then have you been in communication with any of the players as well, too, as they are in their pro seasons? What's that side of things going?
No, I mean, that is just is nothing more than, watching them play and praying that they all stay healthy. They give us a good chance to win the World Cup. I think you got to compartmentalize. This is their time for the WNBA, and I don't want to interfere with anything that that's taking place. But I've been to a game or two where I've seen some of the USA players, and we just said hi. We don't talk about USA basketball stuff.
Anything else for Coach Staley? Joe or Chad?
I was saving this for the end. I know you're a very recognizable figure around town, but I'm wondering, is Champ beginning to steal your thunder?
He is, and he can have it. I'm going to sit him up here and see if he'll answer any of your questions, though. Oh, that's not him. That's me. My phone's. Thank you, guys. Thank you.